Big Wind's kite expert TJ is going to walk us through the 2010 Cabrinha Switchblade.
Here we got Lane going out on the 2010 12-meter Switchblade, ripping upwind, away from the sandbar, again in those onshore conditions we have. You can tell that he's a little bit juiced up and overpowered with that spray that he's pushing off his caliber 136. Lane coming in for a quick transition. You can see how the turn of the kite is a little bit quicker, not nearly as much of a progressive turn. Here's where the Switchblade really excels. Super stable in the jump, but turns quick out in front of the rider to get the kite back out in front of him for powered up moves on landings. Notice the bow shape of the kite, how it really allows the taxiing of that water relaunch off to the port side of Lane. Here I'm going to give it a go, jumping on that same board, the 136 caliber. Get that Switchblade cranking upwind, away from the sandbar. It's got a really nice load and pop to it.
How's it going?
Able to front roll around and avoid coming in contact with the sandbar once again. The jumpability of this kite's a little bit more up and down versus the lofty floaty jumps like the crossbow. We'll come in and show a little bit of relaunchability and explain the safety.
Well, Tom, one of the first differences I feel between this Switchblade and that 11 crossbow I was just on is the bar pressure. This kite's got extremely light bar pressure, which makes it pretty nice in these gusty conditions that we're in. In the corridor of the gorge today, it said it was gusting to about 28, and this 12-meter Switchblade is really handling it well. I think this would be the kite of choice for unhooked tricks, as I find it very stable, and at the same time, with that lighter bar pressure, it's not yanking you all around.
Here's a quick demonstration on how user-friendly this kite is when unhooked. I have my leash just hooked onto the chicken loop, so when I let go of the bar and lines, when unhooked, the kite stays really stable and just flutters off to the edge of the window, allowing me to pull on that one outside line to save it before it crashes. Here I engage the IDS line, pulling on the two front lines kills the power of the kite, and I can either go into my self-landing routine here, or if on the water, self-rescue. Still, the IDS system proves to be one of the safest four-line systems, pulling on both front lines versus just one center line. Re-engage the chicken loop, and this is how easy it is for relaunch. Outside line pulls, kite's back up and off the ground or water.
Safety features on this IDS system are pretty awesome. I've got my leash just connected to the chicken loop itself. So safety number one, letting go of the bar. It's going to depower the kite at its maximum. Safety number two would be quick release one right here. And that engages IDS, the red line. Puts the kite down and will give me the secondary opportunity for relaunch. The second I re-engage this IDS, in a matter of seconds, I'm ready to relaunch. So if there was nobody here to land my kite, I could easily self-land just by operating quick release number one and initiating that IDS. Essentially, all it is a fifth line that runs through the center of the tubing and pulls on your two front lines, killing all power of the kite and hopefully, in the right proper conditions, not relaunching the kite. So quick release one, and if for some reason something happened at this point, I can always detach myself from the kite completely by pulling this red ball here on the chicken loop. So you can see how quick and easy you can make a self-landing. It's kind of almost like having a fifth line without really having it. The IDS system, in my opinion, is one of the safer designs out there. Just allowed me to self-land a 12-meter kite in pretty strong winds.